They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bulls offense takes the field for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bulls headed quickly to the line. Brown wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Soft spot in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The give out of the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Turns it loose. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. count it all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Rushes on him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Give the defense tons of credit. They were not fooled. Everybody thought that was going to be a run play, but the defense didn't. They pinned their ears back. They got upfield, and they got to the quarterback.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Bell. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Snagged out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They finished the first 2 drives with field goals. They'd love to get a little something more this time, Jesse.
I want to just keep seeing bounds from them and a little better execution as they get closer to the goal line. They've got the playmakers at receiver, at running back, and they love their offensive line, David. Just got to put it all together.
And I think once you start to move the football down the field, that area of the field when you get in field goal range, you got to be a little bit more physical. So listen, still a good start. Still got the lead and an opportunity to build on it.
The Bulls want to crank the tempo. Now the play fake. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, USF. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. To the air, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Belt. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Delp. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Brown will throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Brown wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. It'll be a draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. That gives him a 16-10 lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Snagged in the middle. It's dealt. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Georgia!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Alexis. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Brown will throw it. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Push down for the tackle. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the PAT, and when it gets this late, every point matters. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. A strike downfield. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Looking downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Norton. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires downfield. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. From the gun. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Young. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Grab near the sticks, it's Bell. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Young. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's still a little bit of work to do for this offense to get within field goal range, Jesse.
Right, so let's see this quarterback here manage this situation and put his team in a position to win, David.
No doubt. Still got a timeout. Still can attack all areas of the field. I know exactly what I need.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Already 3 for 3 on the night, and now a chance to put through the winner. And it slips just inside that right upright. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent,